one thing you see a lot is people have faith for God, but don't trust the institution, which is the church. And that's one thing I think the church needs to address, in the sense we have to communicate our message a lot better than we have in the past. And that's where I believe it is a misconception, the aspect of faith. But in the aspect of practicing religion, there's a lot of indifference to the religion, the institutional church itself. So that's something I hope we can address more in the future, hear more what those young people, why they don't like the church, communicate our message better, and hopefully they can come back home.
My hope for the church is really an echoing of what Bishop Frank and what Pope Francis are advocating, what they're calling us to, and that's a more active participation on behalf of the laity for sure, a more active participation of young people in the church. I want people to know Jesus. I want people to know the love that he has for them. I want people to be able to come to the church and to be welcome and to be accepted and to be invited and to be active. I want and hope that our young people will fill the roles that need to be filled.
I would love to see parishes that are packed on Sundays, just as full as if it were Christmas or Easter. I would like to see parishes that have, active youth ministry, but not just youth ministry, but ministry for families. I think that it would be wonderful if everybody, adults, teens, children, families, mothers, fathers, if there were some opportunities or some, groups or ministries where everyone is together and not separated.
Ultimately, for me, it all comes down to what's happening in the church and the outreach from the church. So I want to see a bunch of people packed into mass, packed into daily masses. I believe that can happen. And then from there, just seeing how that impacts their daily lives and how they go out into the world and build those communities of faith outside of the church, because that's really what we're called to do.
The changes that are being made, we're not changing any laws or any traditions, but we are making changes to bring families closer to the church. And I think that's very important with what's happening with the Synod. We're learning how to draw our families and how to draw people who have left, how to gain them back. And this is something that I think is very important for the future church.
What gives me hope is what I saw at the Synod, just the passion and the desire and just this hope that we can make each parish vibrant and each parish a spiritual home for those who are seeking a closer relationship with Christ.
We want to hear from everybody, no matter how old they are, no matter what color they are. We want to hear from everybody. We want to be in that person's life. The church should be in us, and we should be in the church.
The increased participation of the beautiful diversity that we have within our cultures, Hispanic like us, Brazilian, Vietnamese, etc., that we're all participating together. When I first started this journey in the Synod, one of my goals was to be perhaps a bridge to the Spanish community, a los Hispanos, right? What I'd like to see in 15 years is no need for a bridge, because if you need a bridge, you are implying that you have silos. I don't want to see a silo. I want one melting pot, one stew with a lot of vegetable in it. That would be my dream.